Well, I'm here today with the Vice President of Design and Engineering here, Mr. Mark Rose. And Mr. Rose, can you give me a couple of general stats about Montu?
Sure, Hayden. But first, a big hello out there to Manatee High School Hurricanes. We're glad you're here at Busch Gardens. Montu is a great roller coaster here at Busch Gardens. Been here since 1996. It drops from 138 feet, which is a 14-story building, and you get to within 2 feet of the ground. So hopefully if you ride Montu and your feet are dangling, you'll feel a little vulnerable as you get closer and closer to that ground, and it keeps coming. Maybe you'll lift your feet.
Oh yeah, I know I definitely do a couple times. Yes, sir.
That's what we're looking for.
Yes, sir.
Well, Hayden, after that, you went upside down 7 times through maneuvers that are unique to Montu. There's what we call an Immelman, where you're flying, and it's named after an airplane pilot actually, where this guy named Immelman would take an airplane and fly upside down like a loop, but when he got to the top of it, he reversed his wings and came out. So that second element was actually an Immelman. We invented it right here at Busch Gardens.
Well, that's very nice.
Yes.
Well, what was in its place before it was built?
Well, this was a part of the African veldt, so we had a number of animal displays over here. So as we look at Busch Gardens, we try to think about expanding into the future. This was an area that we thought we could make a whole village like Egypt and put this roller coaster in this village in, and it would be better than the animal display.
Montu was originally a local god in a small city in Egypt, but the rulers of the 11th dynasty carried this worship with them to Thebes when Egypt was reunited by Mentuhotep. In fact, the name Mentuhotep means Montu is satisfied, which is appropriate since there was so much fighting going on during this time period. Montu was thought to fight the enemies of the pharaoh and to make them victorious in battles. He was supposedly a son of Ra and slew his enemies too. Montu's warlike persona is prevalent in the Busch Gardens thrill ride.
Picking a name for a roller coaster is always very hard. We have a lot of research that goes into it. But Montu is an Egyptian word for a god. And the god was dressed, it was the person, a person's body, but a hawk head. And we thought that combination was very unique to Montu because that's what you feel when you ride Montu. You feel like you're soaring, like you might be a bird, but you're still a person. So we thought that was a great combination.
It's very great. I love the ride.
And some of those hieroglyphics are behind us here. The hawk head and the bird and the person of a body, or the body of a person.
And do they actually have meaning?
Yes, that is their Egyptian god Montu.
Oh, I see. How many staff members working at Montu on a given day?
Well, we have probably 4 maintenance people that take care of the ride and the coasters. We probably have another 12 that are working in the station, loading, unloading, monitoring the ride. So we have probably 15 a day working at Montu.
I'm here with Julia, who works for Montu in front of Busch Gardens, and I'm here to ask her a couple questions today. Julia, how fast does Montu go?
Montu goes 65 miles per hour.
And how do you prepare the ride in the morning before the public gets here?
Okay, before they come here, it depends. Like if we have 2 coasters, we'll test run it first, and then we'll have one of our employees test ride. And then we just commit it, roll it in, and then all the other people come through the line.
All right, and our final question, what's your favorite part about working with the Montu?
My favorite part is being able to test ride in the morning.
All right, thank you, Julia. Yes, sir. How many people can ride Montu at a single time?
Hayden, we have between 1, 2, or 3 trains we can put on the track at any one time. There are 32 people in a train, so we could have as many as 96 people out on the coaster at one time.
All right, well, thank you, Mr. Rose.
Thank you, Hayden. And come see us, Manatee High School Hurricanes.